The race session is at Highlands Motorsport Park in Cromwell, New Zealand. Alphonse is P1. Lungi from Australia is P2 on mediums. R31 Greg is P3. Lethal Fork 3 is P4. SMC 535 is 5th. BZR 5150 is 6th. Chris Osley is 7th. Speed Racer from Australia is 8th. Swooper 3 is P9. Viperian from New Zealand is 10th. Exiled Reaper from Australia is P11. Toby Saya from Australia is 12th. Technics from Australia is 13th on softs. Q1TH8N is P14. M3K1 is P15. Unco 240Z is 16th. Alphonse from Australia is 1st. Race start. R31 Greg is 3rd. R31 Greg passed Lungi for P2. Lungi is 3rd. Chris Osley is P4. Lethal Fork 3 is 7th. Viperian is 10th. M3K1 is P14. M3K1 passed Technics for P13. R31 Greg is 2nd. Chris Osley is 4th. Q1TH8N is P15, 0.1 behind Technics. Q1TH8N passed Technics for P14. R31 Greg is second, 0.3 behind Alphonse. Lethal Fork 3 is P7, 0.2 behind BZR 5150. Lethal Fork 3 passed BZR 5150 for P6. BZR 5150 is P7, 0.3 behind Lethal Fork 3. R31 Greg on lap 2 is P2, 0.4 behind Alphonse. M3K1 is P12, 0.5 behind Exiled Reaper. Speed Racer from Australia is 9th, 0.5 behind Swooper 3. M3K1 is 12th battling Exiled Reaper. M3K1 passed Exiled Reaper for P11. Exiled Reaper is P12, 0.4 behind M3K1. M3K1 was 2.7 faster last lap. Speed Racer from Australia is 9th, 0.5 behind Swooper 3. Q1TH8N is 13th, 0.5 behind Exiled Reaper. Unco 240Z entering the pits is P1. Q1TH8N is now P14. SMC 535 is 6th. Best lap is a 157.011. 1.677 off the fastest lap. Q1TH8N is 14, 0.3 behind Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 is 6th, 0.2 behind Chris Osley. Q1TH8N on lap 3 is P14, 0.7 behind Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 is P5, 0.5 behind Chris Osley. Q1TH8N is P13, 0.5 behind Exiled Reaper. Exiled Reaper is 13th battling Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is P5, 0.4 behind Chris Osley. Lethal 43 is 6th, 0.1 behind SMC 535. Lethal 43 is now P4. Chris Osley is P6, 0.4 behind SMC 535. Technics entering the pits is 16th. R31 Greg is P3, 0.4 behind Lungi. Swooper 3 is P9, 0.6 behind Speed Racer. R31 Greg is P3, 0.4 behind Lungi. SMC 535 is 5th, 0.4 behind Lethal 43. Technics exiting pits on softs. R31 Greg is 3rd, 0.5 behind Lungi. Lungi was 2.0 faster last lap. Chris Osley is P6, 0.6 behind SMC 535. R31 Greg is P3, 0.5 behind Lungi. SMC 535 is P5, 0.9 behind Lethal 43. Chris Osley is P6, 1.1 behind SMC 535. R31 Greg is P4, 0.4 behind Lethal 43. R31 Greg lost P5 to Chris Osley. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. SMC 535 passed Lethal 43 for 3rd. Chris Osley is P5. Best lap is a 1:57.367. 2.033 off the fastest lap. Lethal 43 is P5 battling Chris Osley. Lethal 43 passed Chris Osley for 4th. Chris Osley is P5. Lethal 43 is P4, 0.7 ahead of Chris Osley. Chris Osley is 5th, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. Chris Osley was 1.3 faster last lap. M3K1 is 9th. Best lap is a 1:57.760. 2.426 off the fastest lap. Lethal 43 on lap 7 is 4th, 0.5 behind SMC 535. Lethal 43 passed SMC 535 for P3. Chris Osley on lap 7 is 5th, 0.2 behind SMC 535. SMC 535 was 0.9 faster last lap. M3K1 is 9, 0.5 behind Speed Racer. Q1TH8N is P13, 0.4 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 on lap 8 is P9, 0.3 behind Speed Racer. Chris Osley is 5th, 0.5 behind SMC 535. Chris Osley was 1.1 faster last lap. Q1TH8N is P13, 0.3 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 is 9th, 0.4 behind Speed Racer. Chris Osley is P5, 0.3 behind SMC 535. M3K1 is P9, 0.2 behind Speed Racer. Speed Racer is P9, 0.1 behind M3K1. R31 Greg is P6, 0.5 behind Chris Osley. Chris Osley is 5th, 0.4 behind SMC 535. Chris Osley lost P5 to R31 Greg. R31 Greg is 5th, 0.7 behind SMC 535. Q1TH8N is P13. Best lap is a 1:59.511. 4.177 off the fastest lap. M3K1 on lap 9 is P8, 0.3 behind BZR 5150. Q1TH8N is 13th, 0.9 behind Exiled Reaper. BZR 5150 is 8th, 0.3 behind M3K1. Q1TH8N is P13, 0.1 behind Exiled Reaper. Q1TH8N passed Exiled Reaper for P12. Q1TH8N lost P12 to Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 on lap 10 is P4, 0.8 behind Lethal 43. Q1TH8N is P13, 0.2 behind Exiled Reaper. Exiled Reaper is P13, 0.1 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is 4th, 0.6 behind Lethal 43. Exiled Reaper is P13, 0.5 behind Q1TH8N. Speed Racer is P9, 1.3 behind BZR 5150. SMC 535 is P4, 0.8 behind Lethal 43. Speed Racer is P9, 1.6 behind BZR 5150. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. SMC 535 was 0.7 faster last lap. R31 Greg entering the pits is 5th. BZR 5150 entering the pits is 8th. R31 Greg is 7th. Speed Racer is 7th. SMC 535 is 4th, 0.3 behind Lethal 43. R31 Greg exiting pits. BZR 5150 exiting pits. M3K1 is P6, 2.2 behind Chris Osley. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. SMC 535 passed Lethal 43 for P3. M3K1 is P6, 0.2 behind Chris Osley. Lethal 43 is P4, 0.5 behind SMC 535. Lethal 43 entering the pits is P4. BZR 5150 is P13, 0.5 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 is 5th, 1.0 behind Chris Osley. Lethal 43 exiting pits. BZR 5150 is 13th, 0.1 behind Exiled Reaper. BZR 5150 passed Exiled Reaper for 12th. M3K1 is P5, 0.5 behind Chris Osley. BZR 5150 is 12th, 0.5 behind Viperian. BZR 5150 passed Viperian for 11th. M3K1 is 5th, 0.3 behind Chris Osley. M3K1 passed Chris Osley for 4th. Lethal 43 is P9, 0.5 behind R31 Greg. Chris Osley is P5, 2.1 behind M3K1. Lethal 43 is 9th, 0.5 behind R31 Greg. R31 Greg was 37.4 faster last lap. Viperian entering the pits is 13th. Chris Osley is 5th, 3.1 behind M3K1. Lethal 43 is P9, 0.2 behind R31 Greg. Lethal 43 passed R31 Greg for P8. Viperian exiting pits. R31 Greg is P9, 0.8 behind Lethal Fort 3. Viperian from New Zealand is 14th, 2.7 behind Toby Saya. R31 Greg is 9th, 2.1 behind Lethal Fort 3. Viperian is 14th, 1.8 behind Toby Saya. R31 Greg on lap 15 is P9, 2.3 behind Lethal Fort 3. Viperian from New Zealand is P14, 0.9 behind Toby Saya. Viperian passed Toby Saya for 13th. Toby Saya is P14, 0.4 behind Viperian. Viperian was 1.2 faster last lap. Lethal Fort 3 on lap 15 is 8th, 0.8 behind Swooper 3. R31 Greg entering the pits is 9th. Toby Saya is 14th, 2.8 behind Viperian. Swooper 3 is P8, 1.1 behind Lethal Fort 3. R31 Greg exiting pits. Q1TH8N exiting pits. Toby Saya is 14th, 2.1 behind Q1TH8N. Q1TH8N is P13, 2.2 behind Viperian. Swooper 3 is 8th, 3.8 behind Lethal Fort 3. Q1TH8N is 13th, 3.9 behind Viperian. SMC 535 is P3. M3K1 is 4th, 4.2 behind SMC 535. Lethal Fort 3 is 7th, 4.5 behind Speed Racer. Lethal Fort 3 was 3.1 faster last lap. M3K1 is 4th, 3.0 behind SMC 535. Lethal Fort 3 is P7. Best lap is a 156.474. 1.140 off the fastest lap. M3K1 is 4th, 4.1 behind SMC 535. M3K1 entering the pits is 4th. Lethal Fort 3 is 7th, 0.9 behind Speed Racer. Speed Racer is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Lethal Fort 3. Speed Racer is now 5th. M3K1 is 7th, 2.9 ahead of Swooper 3. M3K1 exiting pits. M3K1 lost P7 to Swooper 3. Lethal Fort 3 is 6th. Lethal Fort 3 passed Speed Racer for P5. Speed Racer is P6, 1.2 behind Lethal Fort 3. Lethal Fort 3 was 3.8 faster last lap. M3K1 is P8, 0.5 behind Swooper 3. Swooper 3 was 9.8 faster last lap. M3K1 passed Swooper 3 for 7th. Swooper 3 is 8th, 1.0 behind M3K1. Speed Racer is 6th, 2.4 behind Lethal 4-3. Swooper 3 is P8, 3.1 behind M3K1. Exiled Reaper entering the pits is P10. Speed Racer is P6, 3.9 behind Lethal 4-3. Lethal 4-3 was 2.7 faster last lap. Lungi entering the pits is P2. SMC 535 is P3. SMC 535 entering the pits is P3. Exiled Reaper exiting pits. Alphones exiting pits. Lethal 4-3 is P5. Lungi is P3. Lungi exiting pits on mediums. SMC 535 exiting pits. Speed Racer is P6, 0.5 behind SMC 535. Lethal 4-3 on lap 21 is P4, 2.3 behind Lungi. Speed Racer on lap 21 is P6, 2.4 behind SMC 535. Lethal 4-3 is P4. M3K1 is P7, 1.4 behind Speed Racer. Lethal 4-3 is 4th, 1.7 behind Lungi. M3K1 is 7th, 0.5 behind Speed Racer. M3K1 was 5.4 faster last lap. Speed Racer is 7th battling M3K1. Lethal Fort 3 is 4th, 2.1 behind Lungy. BZR 5150 is 9th, 0.8 behind Swooper 3. BZR 5150 was 4.0 faster last lap. Lethal Fort 3 is 4th, 2.4 behind Lungy. Technics entering the pits is P15. Technics is P15. Speed Racer is 7th, 3.9 behind M3K1. M3K1 was 5.2 faster last lap. Swooper 3 is P9, 1.6 behind BZR 5150. Technics exiting pits on softs. Lethal Fort 3 is 4th, 2.7 behind Lungy. Lethal Fort 3 is now P3. Swooper 3 is 9th, 3.6 behind BZR 5150. Chris Osley exiting pits. Lethal Fort 3 on lap 24 is 3rd, 3.9 behind Lungy. Swooper 3 is P9, 4.9 behind BZR 5150. Chris Osley is 7th, 3.0 behind Speed Racer. Speed Racer was 36.0 faster last lap. Lethal 43 is P3, 4.5 ahead of SMC 535. Chris Osley is 7th, 2.5 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 is 4th. Best lap is a 1:56.824. 1.490 off the fastest lap. Chris Osley on lap 25 is 7th, 0.9 behind Speed Racer. Speed Racer is P7, 0.1 behind Chris Osley. SMC 535 is P4, 2.6 behind Lethal 43. Q1TH8N is 12. Best lap is a 1:58.202. 2.868 off the fastest lap. SMC 535 is 4th, 1.8 behind Lethal 43. Q1TH8N is P12, 0.8 behind Viperian. Q1TH8N passed Viperian for P11. SMC 535 is 4th, 0.7 behind Lethal 43. Swooper 3 is 9th. Speed Racer on lap 26 is 7th. Speed Racer entering the pits is 7th. M3K1 is P5. SMC 535 is P4. Best lap is a 1:56.685. 1.351 off the fastest lap. R31 Greg entering the pits is P10. Speed Racer exiting pits. Exiled Reaper is 13th, 2.6 behind Viperian. SMC 535 is P4, 0.7 behind Lethal 43. SMC 535 was 2.0 faster last lap. R31 Greg exiting pits. Exiled Reaper is 12th, 2.6 behind Viperian. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. Toby Saya entering the pits is 14th. Exiled Reaper from Australia is P12, 1.6 behind Viperian. Swooper 3 entering the pits is 8th. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lethal 43. SMC 535 passed Lethal 43 for 3rd. Lethal 43 is P4, 0.5 behind SMC 535. Q1TH8N entering the pits is P10. Toby Saya exiting pits. Viperian entering the pits is P11. Swooper 3 exiting pits. M3K1 is P5, 2.4 behind Lethal 43. M3K1 was 0.9 faster last lap. Q1TH8N exiting pits. Q1TH8N is 12th. Viperian exiting pits. M3K1 is 5th, 1.0 behind Lethal 43. Exiled Reaper is 10th, 0.5 behind Swooper 3. Exiled Reaper is now P9. Swooper 3 is 11th, 0.2 behind R31 Greg. R31 Greg is 10th, 0.5 behind Exiled Reaper. R31 Greg passed Exiled Reaper for P9. Swooper 3 is 11th. Exiled Reaper is 11th, 0.3 behind Swooper 3. M3K1 is P5, 1.1 behind Lethal Fort 3. Lethal Fort 3 is 4th, 0.8 ahead of M3K1. M3K1 is 5th, 0.7 behind Lethal Fort 3. Exiled Reaper is 11th, 1.4 behind Swooper 3. Exiled Reaper was 5.5 faster last lap. Lethal Fort 3 entering the pits is P4. M3K1 is P4. Best lap is a 1:55.772. 0.438 off the fastest lap. Exiled Reaper is P11. Best lap is a 1:59.349. 4.015 off the fastest lap. Lethal Fort 3 exiting pits. M3K1 on lap 31 is P4, 4.5 behind SMC 535. Exiled Reaper is P11. M3K1 is P4, 4.7 behind SMC 535. R31 Greg is 9th. M3K1 is P4, 4.8 behind SMC 535. BZR 5150 entering the pits is P7. Viperian is P13. R31 Greg is P9. BZR 5150 exiting pits. M3K1 is 4th, 4.4 behind SMC 535. Alphonse is P1. R31 Greg is P10, 0.2 behind Swooper 3. M3K1 is 4th, 4.1 behind SMC 535. R31 Greg is 10th, 0.4 behind Swooper 3. R31 Greg passed Swooper 3 for 9th. Swooper 3 is 10th battling R31 Greg. Swooper 3 passed R31 Greg for 9th. R31 Greg is 10th, 1.0 behind Swooper 3. BZR 5150 is P8, 1.9 behind Speed Racer. BZR 5150 was 1.1 faster last lap. R31 Greg is 10th, 0.5 behind Swooper 3. BZR 5150 is P8, 1.1 behind Speed Racer. R31 Greg is P10, 0.8 behind Swooper 3. BZR 5150 is 8th, 0.9 behind Speed Racer. Speed Racer is 8th, 0.4 behind BZR 5150. BZR 5150 was 1.6 faster last lap. Swooper 3 is P10, 1.2 behind R31 Greg. Exiled Reaper is P12. Swooper 3 is P10, 1.6 behind R31 Greg. R31 Greg was 1.3 faster last lap. M3K1 is 4th, 1.5 behind SMC 535. Exiled Reaper is P12. M3K1 is P4, 0.9 behind SMC 535. M3K1 was 1.4 faster last lap. Viperian is P13, 2.6 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 is P4, 1.1 behind SMC 535. Viperian is P13, 3.0 behind Exiled Reaper. Viperian was 6.0 faster last lap. M3K1 is P4, 1.4 behind SMC 535. Viperian is 13th. M3K1 is 4th, 1.0 behind SMC 535. Viperian is 13th, 0.3 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 is 4th. Viperian is 13th, 0.6 behind Exiled Reaper. M3K1 entering the pits is P4. M3K1 is 4th. Toby Saya is P14. Viperian is P13, 0.4 behind Exiled Reaper. Viperian was 2.1 faster last lap. M3K1 exiting pits. Swooper 3 is P10. Exiled Reaper is 13th, 0.2 behind Viperian. M3K1 is P6, 4.3 behind Lethal 4-3. Exiled Reaper is 13th, 2.0 behind Viperian. R31 Greg entering the pits is P9. M3K1 is 6th, 4.6 behind Lethal 4-3. Exiled Reaper entering the pits is P13. R31 Greg exiting pits. Viperian is 12th. Viperian passed R31 Greg for P11. R31 Greg on lap 38 is P12, 2.4 behind Viperian. Exiled Reaper exiting pits. M3K1 is P6, 4.4 behind Lethal 4-3. Lungi entering the pits is 2nd. Alphones exiting pits. Technics entering the pits is 15. R31 Greg is 12th, 1.8 behind Viperian. Lungi exiting pits on mediums. SMC 535 is P2, 1.9 behind Alphones. Q1TH8N entering the pits is P10. R31 Greg is P11. Technics exiting pits on softs. R31 Greg passed Viperian for P10. Viperian is P11, 0.9 behind R31 Greg. Q1 TH8N exiting pits. SMC 535 is P2, 2.4 behind Alphonse. SMC 535 entering the pits is second. M3K1 is P6, 2.7 behind Lethal Fort 3. Viperian from New Zealand is P11, 4.3 behind R31 Greg. Viperian was 1.6 faster last lap. SMC 535 exiting pits. Lethal Fort 3 is 5th. M3K1 is P6, 1.3 behind Lethal Fort 3. BZR 5150 entering the pits is 7th. Lethal Fort 3 is 5th, 1.1 ahead of M3K1. M3K1 is 6th, 1.7 behind Lethal Fort 3. BZR 5150 exiting pits. Lungi is P3, 2.6 behind Chris Osley. M3K1 on lap 42 is P6, 1.2 behind Lethal Fort 3. M3K1 was 0.5 faster last lap. Lungi is third, 1.5 behind Chris Osley. Viperian exiting pits. M3K1 is P6, 0.6 behind Lethal 43. Lungi is P3, 1.2 behind Chris Osley. Lungi was 2.6 faster last lap. M3K1 is 6th, 0.8 behind Lethal 43. M3K1 was 0.7 faster last lap. Lungi from Australia is P3, 0.6 behind Chris Osley. M3K1 is 6th, 0.4 behind Lethal 43. Lungi is P3, 1.4 behind Chris Osley. R31 Greg entering the pits is P7. Lethal 43 is P6, 0.5 behind M3K1. Lungi is P3 on mediums, 1.2 behind Chris Osley. SMC 535 is 4th. Lethal 43 exiting pits. Lungi is 3rd, 0.5 behind Chris Osley. SMC 535 is 4th, 0.3 behind Lungi. SMC 535 was 2.2 faster last lap. Lungi is P3 on mediums, 0.3 ahead of SMC 535. SMC 535 was 2.2 faster last lap. SMC 535 is P4, 0.5 behind Lungi. Lungi from Australia is 3rd, 0.5 ahead of SMC 535. SMC 535 is 4th, 0.6 behind Lungi. Lethal Fork 3 entering the pits is 6th. Viperian is P12, 0.3 behind Exiled Reaper. Lungi is P3 on mediums, 0.2 behind Chris Osley. Alphone's exiting pits. Lungi is now 2nd. SMC 535 is 3rd, 0.4 behind Lungi. Lethal Fork 3 exiting pits. Chris Osley is P3 battling SMC 535. Chris Osley entering the pits is 3rd. SMC 535 is 2nd, 0.5 behind Lungi. Chris Osley exiting pits. Chris Osley is P4. SMC 535 is 2nd, 0.4 behind Lungi. Chris Osley is P4. SMC 535 on lap 46 is 2nd, 0.5 behind Lungi. SMC 535 passed Lungi for P1. Lungi is P2, 0.1 behind SMC 535. SMC 535 is 2nd battling Lungi. M3K1 is 3rd. SMC 535 is P2, 0.4 behind Lungi. BZR 5150 is 8th, 4.5 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 on lap 47 is second, 1.0 behind Lungi. Chris Osley is P4. SMC 535 is P2, 1.3 behind Lungi. Lungi was 1.4 faster last lap. M3K1 is third, 4.4 behind SMC 535. SMC 535 is P2, 1.6 behind Lungi. BZR 5150 is 8th, 4.3 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 is second, 1.4 behind Lungi. Alphonse from Australia is fifth. SMC 535 is P2, 1.7 behind Lungi. BZR 5150 is 8th, 4.8 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 on lap 49 is second, 0.8 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper is P11, 1.4 behind Q1TH8N. Q1TH8N was 1.8 faster last lap. SMC 535 is P2, 0.5 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper is 11th, 1.9 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is P2, 0.9 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper is P11, 2.0 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is second, 0.5 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper from Australia is 11th, 1.4 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is second, 0.5 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper from Australia is 11th, 1.6 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is second, 0.3 behind Lungi. Viperian is 12th, 1.7 behind Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 is P2, 0.4 behind Lungi. SMC 535 was 0.7 faster last lap. Viperian from New Zealand is 12th, 1.7 behind Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 is P2, 0.8 behind Lungi. BZR 5150 is 8th, 0.9 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 is second. BZR 5150 is 8th, 1.2 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 on lap 53 is P2, 0.4 behind Lungi. BZR 5150 is P8, 0.5 behind Speed Racer. SMC 535 is second, 0.5 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper is 11th, 1.3 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is P2, 0.2 behind Lungi. Exiled Reaper is P11, 1.1 behind Q1TH8N. Exiled Reaper was 1.1 faster last lap. Viperian is 12th, 0.8 behind Exiled Reaper. Viperian was 0.6 faster last lap. Exiled Reaper is 11th, 1.0 behind Q1TH8N. SMC 535 is P2, 0.7 behind Lungi. Viperian is 12th, 0.9 behind Exiled Reaper. SMC 535 is P2, 0.5 behind Lungi. Speed Racer is 8th, 2.1 behind BZR 5150. SMC 535 is P2. The leader has just finished the race. Lungi finished first. SMC 535 finished second. M3K1 finished P3. BZR 5150 finished P7. Speed Racer finished P8. Technics finished 14th. Toby Saya finished 13th. Chris Osley finished P4. Alphones finished 5th. Lethal Fort 3 finished P6. Swooper 3 finished P9. Q1TH8N finished 10. Exiled Reaper finished P11. Viperian finished 12.